How much of yourself do you truly accept? And how much are you still hiding? Do you feel like there's part of you that you keep it private even after coming out? Perhaps you wish to be more masculine, or perhaps you don't display your music preferences to everyone of because you're afraid of being judged. Today I want to talk about self-acceptance and why it is changing my life and why I believe is the first step to finally break free of self-judgment and self-limitation in the gay community. Hello guys, my name is Diego and today I want to talk about something that I see all the time in the gay community. The need for acceptance and approval of others. I see so many of us thriving on the external world. They have their own home, they have friends, but I see them hiding elements of their personality and not being their true authentic selves. And I get it. I was there too, and I'm also in the process of learning how to let go of those parts of me that doesn't serve me anymore. For most of us, we had to hide who we truly are when we were growing up. We grew up in societies that suppress diversity, that suppress minorities. And so to survive, we learn to hide those parts of us that we feel that are going to be rejected by others, right? So in general, we grew up prioritizing survival over authenticity, which kind of makes sense. But the problem is we're not young anymore. And we are repeating the same behaviors as we did to survive when we were kids. But if we're doing this now as adults, where are we hiding from? When I travel and when I see different cultures, I see that many of us in the community, they they are more or less open to the gayness depending on where they are. For example, in a country they maybe people behave that they can be too gay in public, or they can be too femme, or they need to be more masculine for work or for social reasons, and so they hide those aspects of them in order to fit in. But also, even more progressive societies, I guess, people still can hide in places where gay marriage is legal, being gay is legal, and it is accepted. But for some reason, we still hide parts of us. But the problem is, there is a cost of hiding. Emotionally, it can lead to loneliness. It can lead to us having like internal conflicts, even unconsciously, because our body and our mind doesn't know who we truly are, because we're playing different roles in different places. And for me, more importantly, there's a lack of fulfillment. We're always looking externally for validation. We're always looking externally for that temporary pleasure, for that holiday trip, for that club night, just to give us a relief from this internal confusion. So this constant adjusting in different settings drain us more than we think. I understand we still live in societies that don't fully accept us as we are. We understand that we learn to survive when we're children, and our body prioritizes survival than being authentic. I know that we're living with the cost of rejection to mold in a society that doesn't accept minorities. And because of that, we learn to cope, to survive in this rejection, where that leads us in a trap of looking for external validation. I see this as a cycle of external validation. So we hide parts of ourselves to fit in the society, to fit in at work, to fit in our families. Over time, this leads us to seeking external validation from others. So we look for approval to fill this void inside of us. We want attention, we want to fit in, and then we go to the gym, we take that gym selfie to post on social media to get some likes and some comments. And that works for a while. It gives us a temporary relief. It kind of feels good in the moment. We we kind of feel that we're liked. We feel that people appreciate us. I I had my clubbing phase a couple of years ago, and I thought I was on the top of the world. I thought that I was in those places and I knew a lot of people. I was saying hi to everyone, like I was like very social. But then I would go home and feel like empty and feel lonely. But why is that? If just a few hours ago I was in the club full of people, full of gay people, like my people, and like chatting to everyone, and you kind of feel like seen and accepted in the community. But then I would go home and like feel this emptiness. Why? We get that temporary high, we get back to our lives, and the cycle repeats. External validation again, temporary relief, feeling satisfied for the moment, and then seeking for more. And the truth is, no amount of external approval will fulfill us if we don't accept ourselves first. What is the point of playing a role for society? For example, being more masculine or not fully displaying your hobbies or preferences just to fit in a group and then lose touch with yourself in the process. Is it worth it? Is it worth living a lie, pretending to be someone you're not? I was there too, I'm not judging. It's not easy for me, still to this day. But I'm learning to accept myself and let go of external judgment. People judge other people all the time, regardless of sexuality. If you're adapting to please everyone, and if you feel that everybody likes you, you're not being authentic. That's for sure. So, how do I break this cycle? First, accept yourself for who you are. To yourself first. I know it's easier said than done. I've been there, but it's the only way. I'm also learning after, for most of my life, being in this cycle of seeking approval and validation and rejecting parts of myself up until I got exhausted a few years ago. Exhausted to the point that I couldn't live that way any longer. I know I'm not the more masculine person. For a while, I tried to behave differently. I tried to change my voice, but that doesn't work. I wasn't being myself. If I don't love myself for who I am, I can't expect love from others. It will never come. You need to love yourself first for who you are. Let me give you another example. What's the point of being in the gym, super confident, happy with your body, taking those gym selfies, posting on social media, getting likes and comments, feeling happy for a moment, if you still feel there's this void inside of you, this emptiness that you don't really understand where is that coming from? So before I finish off, I just want to share a few notes that I've written down that's helping me to break the cycle. So, number one, reflect on your journey and societal norms. What parts of yourself have you been hiding? Is it the way you behave, the way you walk, your voice? What is it? Make a list of parts of you that you're hiding. Number two, challenge societal norms. Who told you you need to be more masculine to be loved? Why do you feel you need to conform now? Question your behaviors that you brought from childhood. Are they still relevant today? Number three, surround yourself with support. Perhaps find people who can celebrate who you are. Maybe it's one friend that you can count on, that you can be authentic with, and support each other, support your differences. And also, number four, which is more important, pay attention when you're seeking validation. Are you taking that selfie for yourself, or do you intend to post on social media to get likes and views? There's no problem in taking pictures, but I guess it's more like, what are we seeking with it? That topless gym selfie, is it for me or is it for others? What is it that I'm looking for? So I would like you to reflect on that. What parts of you are you still holding back? And what could you change to be fully accepted by yourself first? I guarantee you, the moment you stop looking for external approval and give that approval yourself to yourself first, that's when things will start changing. Thank you for watching this far. I hope you learned a little about self-acceptance and how you can break the cycle of external validation, and know that that's where the real power is. It starts with us first. So thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.